Welcome to Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt of the Marquardt Law Firm at marquardtlawfirm.com.
Welcome to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt. It's KLUP 930 AM The Answer, or you're watching on Facebook Live. Later we'll be on YouTube and podcasts everywhere. Also, you can find our archived podcasts on www.talklawradio.com, so you can listen there as well. Today we're going to be talking about police officer use of force, justified or not. And we welcome Daryl Harris, the chief of the Civil Rights Division, who is responsible to the district attorney in Bexar County for the independent investigation, evaluation, grand jury presentation, and all resulting prosecutions of all officer-involved shootings, claim of excessive use of force, and in-custody deaths that occur within Bexar County. Daryl, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
We're excited for this. You're big time.
Too much pressure.
Okay. Well, I'd like to start by asking you a little bit about your background. You can go back in time as far as you want, but we just want the audience to get a sense of who you are.
Okay. I am what the native Texans refer to as a dang Yankee from Cincinnati, Ohio. I've been told Yankees come in during Fiesta, get in the way in traffic, have a margarita or two, get in the way, and then leave. And us dang Yankees, we come and we stay. So I've been that since July of July of 99.
Okay.
Came here as for a final assignment at what was then Kelly Air Force Base inside the Air Intelligence Agency. Retired June 1st. Took a month to zero-scape my backyard and then started law school at St. Mary's. At the end of my first year, walked into the district attorney's office as probably one of the oldest interns they had. They didn't know if I was a cop or an investigator or whatever. I got jazzed a little bit, just walking into the building, and thankfully, Susan Reed gave me a chance when I graduated in 2004, and I've simply never left. D.A. LaHood saw fit to retain me, as has D.A. Gonzalez, and in this administration, my duties kind of expanded, and then most recently with this current position, and I thought long and hard. I'm kind of one of those geeks. I'm old enough. I lived through what was his name? Lived through the Rodney King incident in California. Followed and tracked the O.J. trial in Korea. Watched the events of Ferguson happen. Piqued my interest just as a citizen and civilian. So when the opportunity comes in to try to define how this event happens in the city and town that we've made home, thought it was a great opportunity to contribute. And thankfully the DA has entrusted me with it, and I just hope I live up to it, to his expectations and to the city.
Sounds like the Lord had a path for you.
Thank you for saying that. That's a good friend of mine, retired Army chaplain, San Antonio native, Ed Manning. We first linked up when we were overseas in Europe in the 17th Field Artillery Brigade. One of the battalion commanders, another San Antonio native, Colonel, I forget, St. Mary's alum, Richard Valenzuela, ultimately a two-star general. His daughter's a Fourth Court of Appeals justice, but I served in that command at the time back in Europe. and met Manny, and he has long impressed on me that is no such thing as coincidence. Things happen, and it's opportunity knocking, and do we have the purpose and the focus to recognize it? And so that seems to, I see those opportunities a lot, and I think about that. What is this supposed to mean? Mm-hmm. And so the way you said that, thank you.
Well, I have this prayer that I got from Martin Luther. It goes, "Speak, Lord, for your servant hears. Please show me now your ways."
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen the movie The Color Purple?
I don't think so.
Probably find it on YouTube, the Whoopi Goldberg version, but there is a gospel hymn just off of that.
Oh,
it's
okay.
just so prominent. Speak, Lord, speak to me.
Right.
And I think that's what we're saying. I think I'm maybe probably, honestly, a back row Baptist, but those are things that come in to see and speak those opportunities, and how can we reflect it in what we all do. So I hope no matter what I do, that's also a part of it.
Awesome. I got a question that'll probably, a lot of the listeners probably had the same one. Why would prosecution of an officer for unlawful use of force be a civil rights thing? When we think of civil rights, we think of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and just having equal access.
Again, interesting question the way you asked it. Once Joe made his decision, and we talked, and the very first thing he told me, look, that's just kind of generically what the topic is referred to, but I am a Texas state prosecutor. The tools I have are the Texas Penal Code, the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. No local DA under state law, we don't go into federal court to pursue Section 1983 claims, which are the primary civil rights vehicles. Now, having said that, I can't think of or imagine a fact pattern where someone may have a 1983 civil rights claim that does not also suggest a violation of a penal law statute. Usually those are the infringement of your Fourth Amendment rights against unreasonable searches or seizures. Supreme Court, all authorities have held a detention, an arrest, a use of force, be it physical, grabbing on, or the ultimate use of force, deadly force, or they infringe, they call the Fourth Amendment into question. So they're related.
Okay.
But my purposes are nuanced. We're looking simply to take the action of the individuals, and we look at it, the officer's conduct, hold it up to the legal authorizations they've got to use force to do their job. Policy plays some role in this, and we try to make a determination if the use is in accordance with the justifications and defenses in Texas law. Occasionally, they may not be, and those can be indicted, and we leave it ultimately to the ultimate arbiter in our system of justice, to the citizens and a petit jury to decide. That's the intent. The other part, when I said just the name of it, civil rights, one of the things that we found, what the boss found when we were deciding to take this path, Bexar County, we were the largest municipality in the state latest to adopt this practice. It existed in Harris, Dallas County, Travis,
Okay.
etc. And that's what we call it, and etc.
Good. Thank you for that explanation. I think that makes more sense.
Okay.
I'll ask you more about that after the break. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This has been Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt, brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm. You can learn more at marquardtlawfirm.com. And be sure to listen to the full Talk Law Radio show Saturday mornings at 11 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Each week, attorney Todd Marquardt talks about the law. His mission with the Talk Law Radio show and podcast is to help you discover your legal issue blind spots. In the beginning, God had one law. Don't eat from the fruit of that tree. Then came the Ten Commandments. Now we have federal, state, and municipal lawmakers that won't stop creating new laws. Laws that might impact you without you knowing it. Listen to the show and drop a line on Facebook or email host@talklawradio.com and let the host know what you think of the show, the topics you want to hear, and whether you want to be a guest.